Let me guess. You start every Monday with the best of intentions. Does that sound familiar? You've got the vision, you have the goals, you have all the sticky notes everywhere, but by Wednesday, you're running, by Friday, you're exhausted, and by Sunday, you're dreading Monday all over again. Here's what I know through experience. The problem is not your faith, it's not your work ethic, it's not your schedule. It's the fact that nobody ever taught you how to schedule your week with intention. Especially as a kingdom entrepreneur, all we're trying to do out here is create something that lasts. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to walk step by step through how I schedule my week, faith first, strategy second, so that you can stop surviving your calendar, running from your calendar, and start leading with it. So let's go. Hey, Sticky Buns. Hey, Sticky Buns. Hey, Sticky Buns, and welcome back. How's your mother? And if you're new here, hey, I'm Bree. I'm the owner of Unstuck Coaching and Consulting, where I help coaches untangle their chaos so that they can build with clarity. If you're on Instagram, follow here. You probably saw that reel where we talked about the weekly template. Well, this is the full breakdown. Go grab your notebook because the nuggets are good. The first step I would like for you to do when scheduling your week with intention, I want you to start with your why. I know that may sound a little cliche, but I want you to start with your why. Before you open up your Google Calendar or pull out your Notion or your Trello, before you write a single task down, I want for you to start with this. What is God asking for me to steward this week? Not this year, not this quarter, not this month, but this week. You know I had to pull out a scripture. So Proverbs 16:9 says, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes, someone say establishes, their steps. Most weekly planning fails because we're starting with the task and not beginning with the alignment in the assignment. When you know your assignment for the week, your priorities almost write themselves. Before planning your week, I want you to spend 10 to 15 minutes in prayer or quiet meditation, and then ask, what needs my full attention this week and what can wait? And then after that, I want you to write down one word or one phrase that can kind of anchor your week. It could be a theme, a focus, a scripture, anything. This step right here is the key to your strategy. Everything should flow from your why and not your inbox. Okay, so now we're moving. Once you've got your why and your focus set for the week, now you can go ahead and brain dump. This is in fact, all of this is. I was about to say this is the non-negotiable, but in reality, all of these steps we're about to go through are non-negotiables. I'm sorry, but it's time to brain dump. Before you schedule anything, you have to get everything out of your head first and onto paper. Every task, every client, every idea, personal task, business task, content, all of it. We talked about this in the last video, but decision fatigue is a real thing. And when you keep everything stuck in your head, decision fatigue starts before the week even begins. A brain dump will give you a true picture of what's actually on your plate. Okay, so I want you to grab your notebook, open up a document on your computer, notes on your phone, whatever works for you. And you're going to set your timer for 5 minutes. That's it. And then you're going to write everything down. No filtering. Don't worry about organizing yet. Just write it down. You want your personal tasks, business tasks, follow-ups, appointments, content ideas, anything and everything that comes up within those 5 minutes, write it down. All of it counts. So you can pause this video if you want and then resume after your list is finished. So now you have to ask yourself these 3 questions, and you must be honest with yourself. This is the only way this is going to work. What are your non-negotiables this week? What must happen? Who has deliverables? What are deadlines? What must happen this week? What should happen if time allows? So these are the things that are still important on your list, but flexible. What can I delete defer, and delegate. If it falls into any of these spaces, chances are it's taking up space for this week. Doing this step alone will save you hours of decision making throughout the week. From here, you get to build your weekly template, which is what we talked about on the Instagram reel, so go follow. The weekly template was the game changer for me. So your weekly template is not a rigid schedule where you have to block out every hour, every minute, but it's more like a repeatable rhythm. So you're not rebuilding your week from scratch every Monday. So there is a little difference between a schedule and a template. The schedule tells you exactly what to do and exactly what time. Your weekly template will give you a daily theme or a daily focus. The details change, but the structure stays the same. Your weekly template creates consistency instead of a cage. So let's go into what mine looks like for an example. So Monday is my CEO day. This is my planning day. This is where I check the week ahead. I pray over my priorities. I spend time with God about my business and the direction. I also check my numbers on this day. Tuesdays is for my deep creative work. So that's content creation. That's writing my scripts for YouTube. My email list, go join. Anything that requires my full brain goes on Tuesday. On Wednesdays, don't look for me. I'm off. You will not find me. I don't do work. I don't do emails. I don't do content unless, of course, priorities shift. But for most Wednesdays, I'm off. This is my life admin day. Thursday is a client day. So this day is full of meetings, calls, deliverables, serving the sticky buns real well. And Friday is a hybrid day. So for me, Friday mornings and afternoons is also built out for clients. Again, deliverables, everything of that nature. And then the afternoon is set up for closing the tabs. So any admin follow-ups, a quick review of the week, and planning for the next week. On Saturdays, I do a half a day of work if needed. If I push some editing off, I'll fill in Saturday mornings with that. But Saturday afternoon, I'm off. And on Sunday, that is rest day. That is family day. That is fun day. So I want you to look at what your business actually requires of you. Does it require content? Does it require coaching calls, client work? Does it require admin? Does it require planning? Then assign those categories to specific days. If you are a multifaceted creative, I want you to schedule at least one day a week for deep creative work or strategy. Protect that day. Keep it strategic with no meetings. And whatever day you choose for rest, guard it like it's a board meeting. It's a non-negotiable. Your body needs the rest. Ask me how I know. Your template does not have to look like mine. It took a while for mine to look like mine. It has to look and feel like you. So what is your assignment? What is your capacity? What season are you in? The weekly template will change. It won't be the same, but it has to look and feel like you. Here's a mistake that some people make with weekly planning. They look at the calendar and they say, I have 8 hours today. I can do 8 hours. I can get 8 hours of work done. Go with me for just a second, okay? You have peak hours, which are windows where you're the most creative, most focused, most sharp, right? Then you have low hours, which are better suited for routine, task, administrative work. Take a look at your day-to-day now. Identify your peak hours. For most people, this is mid-morning, so 9 a.m. to 12. So you protect these hours for your highest creative work. This is where you're creating, making important decisions, writing, you're thinking, strategizing. Schedule your meetings, your emails, and your administrative work in your lower energy window. Afternoons work best for people. So from 12 to 3. And never, ever, ever, ever schedule a creative task after a draining meeting. You're not going to do it. Give yourself a buffer. Give yourself a moment to debrief and breathe and then create if you must. So I just want you to put this in your back pocket, okay? Put this in your back pocket. Stewarding your capacity is just as important as stewarding your money. Honoring the wisdom in which you work is not laziness, it's wisdom. When your highest value work falls in your highest energy window, you get more done in less time every single time. I saved this one for last because it is the most overlooked step when it comes to planning. And honestly, it's a non-negotiable. Close your week well. Most entrepreneurs sprint to Friday. Baby, we run to Friday. Okay, we can't wait for the weekend. And then we drop everything on that Friday and wake up Monday starting all over again and feeling depressed. But if you build a simple Friday review into your weekly rhythm, everything changes. Here's what a Friday review looks like to me. Review what you accomplished this week. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. I don't care how small. Celebrate what worked this week. Don't skip over that. Yay, you. Look at what you didn't get done and ask yourself why you didn't do it. Was it the wrong priority? Did something shift? Be honest with yourself. Check in on your numbers, your pipeline, your client relationships. Anything that could be pushed off into next week, do that. Write down your top 3 priorities for Monday so your brain can actually rest over the weekend. I want you to listen to me, okay? Listen. Close the tabs, literally and figuratively. Said it. Close the 17 tabs you have along the top of your laptop. Shut the laptop down. You're done. In this space of your Friday review, I want you to take time to thank God for what He has done throughout the week, for what He provided, what He protected, and what He redirected. Now, y'all know the scripture, there's a time for everything. It's in Ecclesiastes, and that includes stopping. And I promise you this, because I see it all the time with my clients. If you close the week well, you will begin the next week with peace, okay, and clarity, not anxiety and chaos. So let's bring that all together. Here's your 5-step framework on how to plan your week with intention. And then we're going to look at my notes. Step 1, start with your why. Pray before you plan. Step 2, do your brain dump. Get everything out of your head first. Step 3, build your weekly template. Give each day a purpose. Step 4, time block with capacity in mind, not just your hours. And step 5, close your week well with a simple Friday review. You're not trying to have a perfect week. You're trying to have an intentional one where you get things done. And the way you either structure your week can either support the lifestyle you're trying to live or drain it. Choose intention every single week. So if you're ready to build your business with more clarity and less chaos, head on over to www.unstuckacademy.co and come say hello. That's where we do the real work together. So the link is in the description. Go check that out. I pray that this video helped you. And if it did, go ahead and share this video out to your other kingdom entrepreneur friends who you know might need this. So I'll see you in the next one. Keep building.